All right, trivia teams, are you ready for Lake Model UN Trivia Night Part 2? We're here from you, live from Lake High School, looking around at my favorite people here. We've gotten this team ready to go. Before we do, let's cover a couple quick ground rules as far as what the process is going to be. This is going to be your live stream. So you're going to be watching the entire trivia night from here. You don't have to go anywhere. Each round we'll make sure we have those Google Forms up and running for you. We are going to start the stream in just a moment with a quick video, and then we're off and running. Let us know if there's anything we can do to help. We do have the helpline, as you can see, rolling across the screen at the top, all over the place. So make sure you're calling in, texting in, any questions you have. I know there's a mad dash to get everything going here and you feel unprepared. It's pretty simple. We'll make sure you're all ready to go before we get kicking here. But for now, enjoy the show and enjoy the process. We're excited to bring this to you. Lake Model United Nations Trivia Night Part 2. Thanks so much. Hello, everybody. Welcome to the Lake Model UN Virtual Trivia Night, live from Lake High School. It's the Lake Model UN Trivia Night in 3, 2, 1, and we're live. All right, folks, we're back and we're ready to rock and roll. I hope you're excited. I know for one thing that we have worked extremely hard, but I have worked probably the least as far as this group goes. Let's say hi real quick to everybody here in the house. Let's say hi to everybody. Hello, everyone. Hello. All right, let us get started. So what's going on today is I'm going to go over a couple ground rules of the trivia night. The first thing is honesty and integrity is everything for this. So yes, this is virtual. And yes, you do have phones, and yes, you can Google, but that's no fun. Those that want to enjoy the night and be challenged, please use no other resources than what's in your mind and your team. Obviously, collaborate and get those things done. The other thing that we have as far as filling out the Google form, make sure there is a lot of different places. You can do your cell phone, you can do a split screen, you can do multiple laptops. Do whatever it is that you need to do to fill out those Google forms. There will be one Google form for each round. Each round will have one Google form. Also, at the end of the round, when you submit that Google form, it will provide you a link to the next Google form, so you really don't have to navigate too far. That form will show it's closed because we will close all forms until the round actually starts to avoid any cheating or anything of that nature. So make sure you are participating honestly, but just stay the course. It's supposed to be a fun and exciting night. The other thing that I want to remind you of is if you need help, the helpline is up and running at all times. So make sure you're taking advantage of that. The live stream, it is best to do it from your laptop. If you are live streaming from a phone, now would be the time to jump onto the laptop and live stream from there. That was in the rules and guidelines and suggested tips. We have found that the cell phone tends to lag pretty significantly. So we want to make sure that you are getting as close to live as possible. with the limited technology that we do have, the free technology anyways. With that being said, I do want to make one point here, that one of the most important things to us for this evening is the fact that we are the creators of everything you see. These students, these kids have just poured their heart into every aspect of this. We could have paid a professional company or software or program, but everything that you see, from videos to the screen, to the questions, to the movies, the recordings of the questions, the Google Forms, the help desk, the Google Form team that is grading, every one of those things have been created and made by Your Lake High School, Lake Model United Nations students, and they are the absolute bomb.com. So we want to make sure that everybody's on board with us tonight. Have a great time. Enjoy it. We are going to begin with round one, movie posters, and this would be movie poster minimalists. And we're going to begin right now after this quick intro on the movie poster minimalist. Go ahead and roll the QR code. Off to round one. Enjoy the trivia night. Thanks so much.
Alrighty, if you didn't catch that QR code, it is embedded on the website just below the stream. I am Kate Osmondson, and I am the current president of the Model UN Cabinet. We are going into our first round, which is minimalist movie posters. Please enjoy it. Thank you so much.
One, movie posters. Easy. Brought to you by Krause's Pizza, Hartville. Round 1. Movie posters. Medium. Brought to you by Hartville Pizza Hut. Round 1. Movie posters. Hard. Brought to you by Meet Me at Irene's. Alrighty, that is the end of round 1, Minimalist Movie Posters. I hope you enjoyed that round. That is obviously a fan favorite amongst the crew, and we debated which movies to use and how to even say the round. So at this time, you need to finish up your Google form and make sure you get those submitted. One reminder that I did not mention is the speed at which you submit them. The speed at which you submit them will actually play a factor in any tiebreakers. So this is another level to prevent any type of cheating. So the quicker you submit it, the more likely you are going to finish higher than the next person. At this time, we are going to head into the grading. The boys and girls here are going to be fastly grading, and we'll be back with some leaderboards and moving into round 2. Enjoy. Thanks so much. Let's break in live look-ins from the Lake Model UN behind-the-scenes cam.
What does Model UN mean to you? What is your favorite Model UN memory?
So I'd have to say that my favorite Model UN memory is walking into my first General Assembly in a Lake Moon situation. I just kind of walked in there. I saw a bunch of people. Some of them had like really large hats on. I think Cameron Logar had a Bible that he threatened people with. It was just really fun and a nice intro to what Moon is.
How have past Mooners affected the club?
Well, past Mooners are the ones that really got me into the club. I mean, Aaron here, who's doing the filming, everybody waved to Aaron, was the one who started me in the club, but seeing how past Mooners like Cameron Logar or Kyle Biney, their silliness and their advice on how to get better at Model UN have just changed the future for the organization.
What is your favorite conference and why?
My favorite conference is probably Shmoon because even though it's a 3-day conference, it's got a lot of momentum to it. And it's not so stop and go like the Cleveland conference, although it is good to be out of your school setting. I'd say Shmoon is probably my favorite.
What is your favorite thing about Model UN?
Well, as a cabinet member, I think that I'd say my favorite thing has been planning the SCLs and sharing. It's really interesting to get to run an assembly and like see the different ideas that people come up with for problem solutions that you helped to create. And then as a delegate, I'd have to say that my favorite thing is probably being able to go to the conferences and just get a wider perspective on how delegates work and what other problem solving looks like.
What is your favorite country to portray?
It's not my favorite, but I really like portraying United Kingdom. It's sort of my go-to, especially at Shmoon and SELs. The main reason I don't like it because of the huge responsibility it has a lot through the crises. And I would choose another country, but I know Kate and Riley, we are, the UK team, basically. And it means a lot. I mean, we always do it together, especially we did it for Clay Moon. We won Best Crisis Delegate in Management. And, it has a lot of sentimental value. I don't really care for the UK in real life, on my bad side, but to each their own, I guess.
Who does the best accents?
I think I do the best accents, love. Pip pip cheerio.
What is your favorite thing about Model UN?
One of the great things about Model UN to me is just the camaraderie and how people get together and they communicate and argue and debate. And in the end, everybody's just role-playing, and yet they take it so personal, they get so invested in the process, and it's amazing to see people take such a small, minute thing and turn it into a grand event. It truly is something to behold.
What is your favorite state to portray?
My favorite state to portray is definitely Alabama. Just because Alabama there's just something about it that no matter what you do in the views of Alabama, you make everybody else in the room absolutely hate you. And I think that's probably my favorite thing, just to play the devil in the room, that nobody likes you, nobody agrees with what you're doing, and so you can have a little bit of fun with it and push the boundaries a little bit. And I think being Alabama is it's different from all the rest, which is why I like it so much.
What is your favorite McCoy story?
Favorite? That's a really hard one. I went with the last one because it was just fresh on the mind, but you didn't like that, so let me think.
I can't dictate your favorite.
My favorite Mr. McCoy memory was the first time that I met him, which was my freshman year of high school. And my brother was the, president of Model UN, so if I wanted to get a ride home at the end of, Thursdays, I had to stay for Model UN, and I ended up, just kind of becoming a part of it that way. And my favorite thing that Mr. McCoy does is that he always kind of walks up to a small group of kids that he hand selects for whatever reason and decides that today they're going to get the life-inspiring, speech or pep talk. And he walked up to me and a couple other freshmen who were, in the club at the time, and he kind of gave us one of his classic talks, and I couldn't tell you a single thing that he said. But the great thing about Mr. McCoy is that every single time he gives you one of those speeches, he could say, any number of things, and he never has repeated the same thing over and over again. But you always feel the same way after you leave, and that's, you feel as though he spent, 5 weeks writing that just for you, because it touches you in just a central core of your being. And you just really feel like, okay, this guy gets it.
Alrighty, welcome back. Welcome back. Here's your leaderboard. We currently have a three-way tie for 4th, 5th, and 6th, but we do have some clear leaders in the clubhouse right now. Leading the way with 240, that would be Detective Mark Eddy. Blaine Hudak is a perfect 12 for 12. Excellent job, Blaine. Then we have a 220, Court Jester, the Mester, and Yesters. Pronounced sort of. It's Mr. Stu, not Stu, in 3rd place with 210. Skywalker, why is Gamora? And are you smarter than a 5th grader? Probably not. And we would say that they are 190, 4th, 5th, and 6th. So at this time, we are going to be ready to move on to round 2, which is sports. Go ahead and get your QR codes ready. Get the Google Forms ready. They are now open. The Google Form is now open. Go ahead and roll it. Thanks so much.
All right, if you didn't get that QR code, it is located on the bottom of the Lake Model UN website. I am Stan. I am a senior advisor in the cabinet this year, and thank you guys so much for supporting, and here is round 2.
2. Sports. Easy. Brought to you by Rockneys.
With 200 career wins, Richard Petty holds the record for the most wins in NASCAR history. 7 times, Richard Petty took the checkered flag in the Super Bowl for NASCAR races usually held in February, also known as the Great American Race of stock cars. What is the name of this annual race in the Sunshine State that kicks off the NASCAR season?
During the Apollo 14 mission, astronauts Alan Shepard and Edgar Mitchell became the first people to play a sport on the moon. Though the spectacle didn't last long, these forefathers of astronomy rest in both space and sports history museums. What sport did they play? Major League Baseball has a tradition of each franchise retiring players' jersey numbers. However, there's only one number that has been retired by all of Major League Baseball. What number has been retired for all MLB teams?
During the 1990s, the Dallas Cowboys team went to and won the Super Bowl 3 times. and they were deemed America's team. Though impressive, the Cowboys did not attend the most Super Bowls in the 90s because this team went to the Super Bowl 4 straight times, albeit never winning one. Round 2, Sports Medium. Brought to you by Samantha's Frontier Restaurant in Hartville.
Michael Jordan is best known for his time with the NBA's Chicago Bulls, the team that he won all 6 of his NBA championships with. In 1993, though, shortly after his father's death, he retired from the NBA to try a career in baseball. Which MLB team signed Michael Jordan to a minor league contract?
Every year, Sports Illustrated names a Sportsman of the Year. However, in 1972, they switched gears, making a racket and naming a woman. Who was the first Sportswoman of the Year? The Cleveland Browns are the only team in the NFL that does not have a logo on their helmet. However, there is another team that only has their logo on one side of the helmet. Can you name this team? Oftentimes, the goal in the NBA is to get in the paint, or the key, in order to score. Though you want to occupy this 19-foot by 16-foot rectangle, it is a violation if a player stays in the paint for what amount of time while their team possesses the ball. Round 2, Sports Hard. Brought to you by KFC in Hartville.
Badminton is a great family game played in many folks' backyard. Long volleys of hitting the birdie back and forth makes for a fun summer night. However, the birdie, the object hit back and forth, has an official name. What is the official name of the birdie? Only one MAC-10 school has a female mascot. In 2020, their football team won 0 games. Fitting, considering her name. What is the name of this team's mascot?
Bull Durham, a Kevin Costner movie depicting an aging minor league baseball player who mentors a young, budding, but immature star, Tim Robbins. One of Crash's life lessons for Nuke is sometimes you win, sometimes you lose, and sometimes it what? $70, $88, $77, $81. No, this is not the lottery. Nor are you lucky if you saw these four numbers lined up across from you. These were the numbers of four defensive linemen for the Minnesota Vikings. This group was coined the Purple what? Alrighty, that brings us to a close for round 2 sports. I hope you enjoyed the categories and enjoyed the questions. We are now going to be getting ready to grade here. Everybody's fastly grading now, so we'll get moving into round 3 as quickly as possible. Couple reminders, please stay focused on getting those Google Forms submitted. We have to grade all them by hand, so it does take a moment. So the faster we get them all submitted, the faster we can release the answers, and then we can start moving into the next round. So we are ready to go here as far as grading is, so enjoy the next promo video, and we'll be right back. Thanks so much. Break and enjoy the live look in from the behind the scenes cam, brought to you by Front Porch Cafe.
The world saw the Second American Civil War. This resulted in the split of the Union, and 11 districts were formed as a direct product of the Civil War. NAMUS 13 has risen up and claimed land with portions of Mexico and has gained influence within significant regions of the former U.S., such as Hipstoropolis. Along with violence from MS-13, regions have never been more split on both political and economic issues, creating strong tensions between territories.
Brazil has got to adopt it that satisfies our requirements, but it's going to help to get this national team.
That we have a new Germany rising in Central America that wants to take us all over.
We have MS-13 on our territory, and we need to take care of it in one way or another. And this is our best bet.
Yeah, we don't really like them, but good. We can deal with them. Good.
If the gangs survive, the food does not. I yield my time.
Due to the lack of some serious efforts to stop MS-13, it kind of just worked its way into every corner of the Americas. And I think they're traveling abroad. But hey, they've declined any possible turn on El Salvador, so we're good there. Awesome. Do we have any points or motions at this time?
We can't.
Oh yeah, we kind of don't accept there's been a motion to adjourn. Do I have any second? They don't get the vote. They don't exist. Any of that? Here we go, we're done. We kind of threw national sovereignty out the window. Any? How shall it read?
Motion to strike preambulatory verb sentence.
That is in order. Any objection from sponsor states?
Alrighty, we have completed the grading for round 2 sports. As you can see, we have the leaderboard up for the round. So we have Court Jester and the Mester Yesters with a perfect score 240. They are first place for that round, tied with It's Mr. Stu, Not Stu, who is also 240, but they got theirs in a little bit quicker. Are you smarter than a 5th grader? Apparently they are now. They say they aren't, but they've been up here twice, so they have 230. The Zangy Z's at 210. Mr. McCoy's younger, and let's be honest, he's not better looking than me. At 210, he has no hair. He's bald. I have plenty. And then we have number 6 with Dangbert at 210. Let me give you an overall update here. Court Jester and the Mester Yesters at 460, leading the pack. It's Mr. Stu, Not Stu at 450. I'm pretty sure he had the answers before this. Are you smarter than a 5th grader? We aren't, is at 420. They're in 3rd place. Blaine Hudak and Detective Mark Etty is 404th. And Bass Uners is 380 in 5th place. 380 in 5th place. So that brings us to a close of round 2. Let's do round 3, pop culture. Here we go. Thanks so much.
Alrighty, hello everyone. I'm Anna Alcorn. I'm a senior advisor on the Model UN cabinet this year, and we are heading right into round 3 with that QR code. If you missed it, it's down below. All 5 of them are lined up. It's going to be the 3rd one for you, and you could get onto the Google form to fill in your answers right there. So thank you for supporting MUN, and I hope you have fun with this next round. Pop culture.
3, pop culture. Easy. Brought to you by Mary Ann's Donuts.
This movie, which was nominated for the Best Animated Feature Film at the 65th Golden Globes, featured talented stand-up comic Jerry Seinfeld acting as this anthropomorphic arthropod.
Nope, he isn't the main character. However, this iconic TV series character depicts a modern-day anti-federalist. Known to be tough as nails, he is truly put to the test by his arch-enemies Tammy 1 and Tammy 2, who have happened to be his ex-wives. Who is this pop culture icon? This location, which is often synonymous with American culture and the most elaborate countdowns, hosts some of the largest parties in the world, using 161 megawatts every day. Let's hope the city doesn't drop the ball and forget to pay the electric bill.
After accidentally hitting Meredith with his car, Michael Scott sets up a 5K event called Michael Scott's Dunder Mifflin Scranton Meredith Palmer Memorial Celebrity Fun Run Pro-Am Race for the Cure. This race is intended to raise funds for awareness to cure what?
Round 3, medium. Brought to you by Hartville Domino.
This Broadway musical has been performed 13,370 times, making it the longest running show on Broadway. What is the name of this musical? Or is it an opera?
This popular animated TV show, made in 1997, featured a pilot episode using cardboard cutout animation. Though the show is predominantly in 2D, its content is certainly multidimensional. What is the name of this show, currently in its 24th season? According to the National Fire Protection Association, the #1 cause of home fires is unattended cooking. Though it wasn't food, leaving unattended candles burning will certainly lead to disaster. What popular singer accidentally burnt their home gym down? Oops, but later vowed to never do it again.
Monsters, Inc. features a world of monsters who gain energy by scaring young children at night. During one of these scares, a child slips through the monster's world, and the child then befriends main characters Sully and Mike Wazowski. What is the name of the child who slipped through into the monster's world?
Round 3, pop culture. Hard. Brought to you by Taco Bell in Hartville.
The mysterious arrival of a young lady is center stage for a binge-worthy Netflix series. They call her Elle, which is short for 11, based on a 011 tattoo found on her forearm. Odd way of naming someone, however, stranger things have happened. What is the birth name of her character depicted here? Known as a soul container for dark wizards seeking immortality, The Harry Potter series focuses on these objects that wizard or witch cast part of their soul into. The Harry Potter series names 8 of these, one of which was created unintentionally. What is the name given for these soul containers?
While Star Wars Episodes 1, 2, and 3 have gained a bad reputation compared to the original episodes, it contains essential background to the creation of Darth Vader. What is the name of the Todarian that owned Anakin Skywalker?
Ironically enough, this song was the first ever music video on MTV, revolutionizing the way that music is presented in media. What was the name of this song?
All right, everybody, we have completed round 3 pop culture. I hope you enjoyed today's round 3 pop culture. We are ready to rock and roll on the grading. We're going to get to that as quickly as possible here. So we're going to send you another quick break, and we'll be back. Enjoy this SCL, which is Shmoon Crisis League, a league that United Nations hosts. The Model United Nations hosts every year for Stark County, and we are the leaders of that. So enjoy this video brought to you by the Lake Model UN team. Good luck and enjoy as we prepare for round 4. Thanks so much. Break and enjoy the live footage from this behind-the-scenes cam brought to you by Burger King. Let us get started with the crisis. Welcome to Africa.
We're essentially in a 7-way civil war.
That would be an interesting
We do
event.
not want the arms trade numbers to go up.
We do not want the influx of weapons.
Portugal's resolution is not just giving weapons, but also food, water, and supplies to the citizens of the countries that are being afflicted.
Establishing orderly control that does not affect either side must be established.
Uganda does not believe that there is a peaceful way to change the Rwandan government. The only way to really make true change so that it's more suitable for the Rwandan people would be through violence.
I was like, peace is a very subjective word.
That was good. What's the common denominator?
Yeah.
Us.
What if we knew us?
Am I
I vote
wrong in
Berlin
saying that every country here would not like to have a little piece of Africa?
No.
Okay, no, I'll take some.
On behalf of the European countries, we are strong, we are stable, we are peaceful, we are united, we are Africa.
We'll give you to the count of the Jeopardy theme song to end it off. I gotta change the
Alrighty, well, you made that very difficult on us as we had lots and lots of perfect scores on this. Apparently, we made it a little too easy. So let's go over the leaderboard for the round 3 pop culture. We had Dangbert, 240. Matter of fact, all 8 of these are 240 perfect scores. Team Kevin, Why is Gamora? Team Kevin and Why is Gamora actually had an identical timestamp, which is why they're both second place. Everybody else was separated by the timestamp. Are you smarter than a 5th grader? We aren't, and clearly they are. They came in 4th. Skywalker, Purple Comets, Questionable, and Jinja. You guys are all in the top 8 for that round, and we did extend the prizes, so everybody on that leaderboard is receiving a prize for that round, which leads us to the overall leaderboard, which is very crowded. We have the Court Jester and the Mester Yesters at 670. Are you smarter than a 5th grader with 2 rounds to remain at 660? It's Mr. Stu, not Stu, at 620 in 3rd place. Just behind them is Why is Gamora with 610. Skywalker, Blaine Hudak, Detective Mark Eddy, and Purple Comets are all at 610 as well. So we've got a 4-way tie for 4th place. But again, based on the timestamps, that does put Why is Gamora in current 4th place. But boy, it is crowded. So we are ready to rock and roll for round 4. Round 4, World Geography and Flags. This is the Lake Model UN category. So this is what we discuss and talk about a lot in class and with our club. So enjoy. Let's go ahead and roll that QR code. Thanks so much.
All right, my name is Riley. I am a senior advisor on the Lake Moon cabinet, and if you did not already get that QR code, it still should be on the Lake Moon website, and this is round 4, World Geography. Have fun.
Round 4, World Geography and Flags. Easy. Brought to you by Chick-fil-A.
The Wright brothers are credited with the invention of an airplane, and while originally from Ohio, their landmark is located in a different state. In what state is the Wright brothers Memorial located?
We all know the popular landmark named Niagara Falls, which drops an impressive 167 feet. The world's tallest waterfall is named after a U.S. aviator who first flew over the falls in the mid-1900s. Seen here from a different angle, spelled correctly, this picture shows the waterfall from 3,212 feet below. No, these numbers are not inflated for this Venezuelan waterfall. With more than 1,100 tributaries, the most in the world, this river is estimated to carry 1/5 of all the water that runs on the Earth's surface. In its prime season, the river can reach more than 30 miles wide, making it also the widest river in the world and the total package of rivers.
The tallest mountain in the world is Mount Everest, which is usually recognized as being in Nepal. Seeing red, this country would prefer some recognition because it owns the north side of the mountain and dim sum. What other country can lay claim to Mount Everest?
Round 4, World Geography and Flags. Medium, brought to you by Arby's.
This country's flag is the only one to feature a building, Angkor Wat, which is an ancient temple and the largest religious structure in the world. Visit the city of Siem Reap to find the ancient ruins in what country? The country flag shown here is of a former world power that currently shares only the Iberian Peninsula with Spain. However, this country once claimed control of half of all the world's land in 1494. The blood of the nation is represented by red in this country's flag, while green is for hope of the future for this westernmost European country.
Geographers use absolute location to locate places on a map by using its latitude and longitude lines. These have also been used to locate landmarks, play games such as geocaching, and even establish borders amongst countries. One such latitude line is most important to the Koreans, as it divides North and South Korea on the Korean Peninsula. As the name of the latitude suggests, these two sides may never meet eye to eye again. What is the name of the latitude line that divides North and South Korea?
Despite the most popular and well-known deserts around the world, the driest place on Earth is a relatively unknown desert, the McMurdo Dry Valleys, seen here. Widely considered to be more Mars-like than Earth-like, where are the McMurdo Dry Valleys located?
Round 4, World Geography and Flags. Hard, brought to you by Smiles Nails.
Russia, being one of the largest countries in the world by landmass, not surprisingly has many different time zones, 11 in total. However, it is second place to a country clocking in with 12 different time zones. To be candid, it is nice to have the extra time in this country and its territories. Though this body of water is technically classified as Mediterranean, it is not connected to the Mediterranean Sea. The world's oldest civilization, Sumeria, developed near this sea's shores and sand traps. What is the name of this large body of water, which is the namesake of a 1991 military conflict involving Iraq and Kuwait?
The flags of Australia and this nation are very similar and demonstrate their close bond. However, a vexillologist, someone who studies flags, would recognize that this nation's flag omits two stars, the Commonwealth Star under Australia's Union Jack, and the fifth star, Epsilon Crucius, that comprises the famous Southern Cross constellation. What is the name of this South Pacific island nation? While Egypt is known for its pyramids, there are other nations in Africa that hold more of these iconic pieces of architecture. Hop in your four-door and travel to what African country that boasts most pyramids, double the number found in Egypt?
Alrighty, that completes round 4, World Geography and the flags. We are going to be heading into the grading period, so make sure you submit those Google Forms. But before we get to the grading on our end, we want to make a special presentation. As a long tradition of Lake Model UN, we have a gavel passing, as the gavel represents the best delegate in the program. In all of the events and conferences we compete at, the gavel is given to the one that demonstrates professionalism, character, penmanship, and the art of debate and skill of compromise. Well, today we are going to be passing the gavel from one president to the next, which is an honored tradition here in the Lake Model UN Club. Currently, we have President Kate Osmondson, and she is going to be passing the gavel to next year's president, Robert Schrembeck. Here they are.
On behalf of the 2020-2021 Lake Model UN team, I want to thank you all for your support.
And on behalf of the 2021-2022 Lake Model UN team, I'd like to again thank you for your support, and we'll see you next year.
Alrighty, we have the round's results. Round 4, World Geography and Flags. Before we get to the results, however, I do want to make a special shout out to our personal donors. It's one thing to be a business and give up money and support these causes. It's another thing if you are a personal donor and offering money to help support us. We greatly appreciate it. So I'm going to read off a couple of the names here. We have the Graves family. Thank you so much. The Finocchio family. Thank you so much. The Osmondson family. Thank you so much. The Peyton Osmondson family. Maybe. Thank you so much. The McCoy family. The Yerrick family. The Alcorn family, thank you, and then the Schrembeck family. So thank you guys so much. We appreciate it. Your support is greatly appreciated. So let's go ahead and get to those leaderboards for round 4. Leading the way with 240, Dangbert. You guys are the winners of the round. Are you smarter than a 5th grader? Common theme here. You are at 210. Tied with them is Team Clev at 3rd place with 210. The G Squad, 210. You are also there in 4th place. We did have a stretch of ties here for 5th, 6th, 7th, and 8th. However, the first ones to submit are the 2 that will get the prizes. Why is Gamora with 200 and Skywalker with 200? That is the round's winners. Let's update those overall leaderboards. Now in first place, are you smarter than a 5th grader with 870? Court Jester and the Master Yesters would be 840. Dangbert, 830. It's Mr. Stu, not Stu, 810. Why is Gamora with 810? You are in 5th place along with Mr. Stu. And then we also have Skywalker, Blaine Hudak, Mark Eddy, Detective Mark Eddy, and the Purple Comets are also all at 810. So we have a log jam for 4th place. So that is where we stand right now with the overall leaderboards with the final round. This round is a spin off of our our overall leaders now. The Are You Smarter Than a 5th Grader? This round is our high school dropout round, in which case we are pulling 6 different subjects. And we are going to have questions by special guests, our teachers in the building at Lake Local Schools. So go ahead and get those QR codes ready. Let's get round 5, high school dropout, underway. Thanks so much.
Hello, ladies and gentlemen. My name is Robert Schrembeck. I am next year's Model UN president. I'd like to thank you all so much for coming out, or I guess staying in, but tuning in. The next round QR code is right underneath. It should be the 5th one there. And the next round is high school dropout. Thank you, guys.
Round 5, high school dropout. Easy. Brought to you by Marco's Pizza.
The world's most famous cycling event, the Tour de France, is a whopping 2,156 miles long. If you complete the 2,156 miles in the fastest time, you get to sport this color jersey, also known as the Maillot Jaune.
This European nation has a population of 8.5 million as of 2019, with 23% of these being foreigners. With 4 official languages of German, French, Romansh, and Italian, it makes this country the ultimate linguistic multi-tool. Many would argue German is the official language, with over 60% of the people speaking a variation of it. So what country in Europe is this? Knowing the flag could be a major plus.
Tongue-tied and twisted, having difficulty with what you want to say, if no other word will do, even if it sounds atrocious. Supercalifragilisticexpialidocious, a featured song title in this hit musical, might just do the trick. A perfect word for this quintessential woman who also happens to be the title of the musical.
This symbol, found at the beginning of a line of sheet music, is used to signify what note each line or space represents. This sometimes varies from instrument to instrument, with one even named after the viola. What is the name of this symbol?
Round 5, High School Dropout, Medium. Brought to you by Hartville Giant Eagle.
A right triangle is a 3-sided polygon with one internal angle equaling 90 degrees, also known as a right angle. The relationship between the sides and the angles of the right triangle is the basis for trigonometry. What is the name of the side opposite the right angle, also the longest side of a right triangle, called?
This formula is commonly used in algebra to find the x-intercepts of a graph, whose equation contains a squared variable. In 1637, René Descartes published La Géométrie that contained the formula in which we use today. What is the name of the formula depicted here?
From time to time, or periodically, geography and science mix well. What is the name of the country seen here and spelled using only chemical symbols? Hydrogen, oxygen, neodymium, uranium, radium, and sulfur.
In the deeper parts of the ocean, many species have gone undiscovered, but those that have been found exhibit strange adaptations in order to survive the immense darkness and pressure of the deep sea. One such species has been named for its appearance out of water, despite the fact that it experiences immense tissue damage at atmospheric pressure, which gives it this bloated look. What is this species?
Round 5, High School Dropout. Hard. Brought to you by Rose.
The writer of this classic novel with the subtitle The Modern Prometheus was only 19 when she finished the first draft, inspired by a dream. This book is credited with creating the genre of science fiction. What is the name of this Gothic novel?
Poetry is arguably one of the most intricate and emotional forms of writing, using many different types of figurative language to convey an overall meaning. What is it called when an entire work, such as a poem, is representative of a greater symbol or storyline?
Known as a pioneer in behavioral science, this Russian physiologist had many salivating with his experiments. His name may ring a bell for his famed experiment in classical conditioning, which later won the Nobel Peace Prize for Physiology or Medicine in 1904, becoming the first Russian Nobel laureate. What was the name of this psychology icon?
The U.S. has been involved in 93 wars and conflicts since the country's birth, 5 of which are ongoing. Which president started it all and was the first to declare war on another nation during this creatively named war?
Hello everyone, I'm Alex York, and I'm the one who's been setting up the streaming stuff for this event tonight and the last one.
And I'm Aaron Hess, and I've been setting up and recording the videos, getting the audio ready, and editing this whole thing together. We'd like to thank all of you guys for playing the round. Now, please hold tight with another video with some bloopers from our last SCL as we grade your guys' questions. Thanks for playing.
Ready, roll the slide.
Oh, wait.
Do I have to do everything here?
Break and watch the live look-in from the behind-the-scenes cam brought to you by Best Burger.
alcohol.
21st Amendment made America wet again. Faux pas is used in English, meaning a blunder in a social situation. But what does it actually translate to?
Yeah, let's not read it like that.
Okay. All right. Not the way I read it, but the way it's written. It's the way I read it.
Oh, yeah. It was like, what does it translate to?
Oh, sure. Now you're gonna be in the picture.
Yeah,
come over
you
here,
can be
bud.
in the picture. Over here is fine. You can be right here. You can be up there.
Which of these 4 states has the highest, largest Portland?
Highest Portland?
Shut up.
Definitely Oregon.
Okay. Which of these 4 states has the highest... Why do I keep saying the highest? Okay. Which of these 4 states has the highest Portland? Highest Portland. Highest Portland. Highest Portland. Highest Portland.
Dang you! So close, yes, yes. When determining the greatest player of all time, no, I can't say the greatest player of all time. That's why, who is the best player of all time? There we go. Most. Ugh, I forgot the word the most. I'm going to have you read that one. Are you recording still?
To Chris, I didn't pronounce these names before I did this.
Blah 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 blah. Big green egg. Good for you. Green eggs and ham. I am and I am not. I am, but I do not. McCoy remarks out. Alrighty, camera's frozen.
There I am.
Alrighty, your leaders in the clubhouse. Just kidding, we're back. So amateur hour here.
You're on. You're up right now. You're on.
Oh, hello. Hello, everybody. This is Harry Carey. Yeah, the McCoy family. Domino's, this is so good. And McCoy's remarks. Thank you so much. Do we have a leaderboard? Hey.
Hey.
What are we doing, Tuna? We're not here.
We're not here yet.
This would be the answers. All right.
Yeah.
So, yeah, Team Clev still had 100 points and they remain the leader. Talk about the competition here. You really don't even have to exist and you remain the leader. So, yeah, they have 100 points and the 11th best team has 210. So somehow that works. Matter of fact, Team Clev is in last and we put them in first. So I hope you're enjoying this as much as we are because basically we're going to determine who the winner is anyways. We don't really care about your real points. They're all...
Well,
you moved the chair. You're not focused. Come on.
don't you know?
They're all river. For that.
Am I good?
Automatic focus?
It's the old.
Stan, give us the scores.
Did you get it as a
Okay, we have
Yes, and I'm
Lift
gonna
off.
Team Club once again.
Go to your...
I'm the big one.
Okay, like in the last 10 rounds, Team Club is once again number 1. Is this entire town just one big procrastination fest? Like, there's 15 minutes until the registration is over, and they're like, oh, let's all join.
Okay, I literally have 3 people asking me right now. I kind of want to.
Alrighty, here we are. We are at the end of Trivia Night. Lake Model UN Trivia Night is complete. But before we say our goodbyes, let's take care of the business here. We've got round 5 high school dropouts. The results are in. Questionable with a perfect score, 240. Detective Mark Eddy, Blaine Hudak, you are at 240 as well. Levy family, you are at 210 in third place. I mispronounced this one earlier, but I've been corrected. It's the Bassooners. You guys are in fourth place with 210. Chris Tuna and Alex, you're at 210. And then Are You Smarter Than a Fifth Grade at 210 as well. So you guys round out the 6 prizes for the 5th round. All right, your winner of Lake Model UN Trivia Night Part 2. We'll start with 6th place, earning 980 points and 2 Marco's Pizza gift certificates. Skywalker. In 5th place with 980 as well, you are Why Is Gamora with $25 to Canes. Dangbert, you guys have $25 to Apple. You came in 4th with 1,010 points. Court Gesture and the Master Yesters, you ended up with 1,020. You get $25 to Amazon. Blaine Hudak, Detective Mark Eddy, riding solo, gets $50 to the Front Porch. And Are You Smarter Than a Fifth Grader with 1,080? They say they aren't, but I think today proved they are. And they get $100 cold hard cash. That is our conclusion for the leaderboard. I do want to say thank you to all of you that participated. This club thrives because of the energy of the kids, but you are going to be that financial backing for us to do great things, and we appreciate you. We hope you enjoyed it. We hope you had fun. Just remember, this was something put on by the Lake Model UN kids and all the hard work they did. I would say this is one of the best Model UN nights. I shouldn't say Model UN nights, trivia nights out there. You can't get much better than that. So thank you for participating, being a part of it. We're going to head out to the live cam here to say goodbye from everybody. See you later. Till next time. Bye.